I used to believe that love in a family was supposed to be equal. That if something happened, something terrible, your parents would put everything aside to be there for you. I learned it the hard way that some parents play favorites, and sometimes that favoritism hurts more than any physical injury ever could. It was a Saturday morning, the sun was shining, and my family had made plans to head into the city. I was 19, had just started college, and was home for the weekend. My younger sister, Bella, was 17 and obsessed with her appearance. She had a hair appointment scheduled for noon at a high-end salon downtown, and my mom made it very clear, we cannot be late for Bella's appointment. Dad was driving. Mom sat in the front, scrolling through her phone, confirming Bella's appointment for the 5th time. Bella was beside me, scrolling through selfies. I sat quietly, trying not to roll my eyes every time they guessed over which style she should pick. We were on the highway when the accident happened. A truck in front of us swerved suddenly. Dad jerked the wheel, and our car slammed into the guardrail before spinning into another lane. Metal crunched, glass shattered, and pain-searing, unbearable pain shot through my leg and side. I remember screaming, not from fear, but because my entire left side was pinned. I could taste blood. The world was spinning, and I thought I was going to pass out. But then I heard my mom's voice. "Oh my God, what time is it?" She gasped. "Bella's appointment." Dad groaned. "We're going to miss it." Bella cried out, not from pain, but in panic. "Mom, my hair." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I was bleeding, possibly with broken bones. My door was crushed in. I was trapped. But instead of concern, all I got was annoyed glances. "Are you okay?" Mom asked Bella, brushing her cheek. Bella nodded, already texting her stylist. "You'll still make it. We'll take an Uber." "What about me?" I croaked. They turned to me like I was an inconvenience. "You're fine," Mom said, glancing at my leg, which was bleeding heavily. "We'll call someone to help you. We can't miss Bella's slot, they're booked out for months." They climbed out of the car. I watched in disbelief as Mom hailed a cab. Dad didn't even look back. He just told me, "Stay calm. Help will come." And then they left me in a mangled car, bleeding. When the paramedics finally arrived, thanks to a bystander who had called 911, they were horrified that my own family had abandoned me. I had a fractured hip, 3 broken ribs, and a gash on my forehead that needed 15 stitches. At the hospital, the doctors asked where my family was. I didn't know what to say. Eventually, they showed up 3 hours later. Bella came in holding her new blonde curls like a prize. Mom smiled and said, "See? We made it just in time. Doesn't she look amazing?" I couldn't even respond. I just stared at them. At that moment, something inside me broke. After I was discharged, things were never the same. I stopped trying to win their affection. I stopped thinking of us as a family. A few months later, I applied for scholarships and transferred to a college out of state. I never looked back. Years passed. I built a life, got a degree, landed a job in tech. I bought my own apartment, made real friends, and started therapy to deal with the resentment buried deep inside me. My parents tried to reconnect, especially when they heard about my 6-figure job. Suddenly, I was interesting again. They called, saying, "You know Bella's having a tough time. Could you help her with rent?" You've always been the responsible one. I smiled and said, no. Because I remember what responsibility looked like. And it wasn't leaving you injured. Daughter bleeding in a car just so her sister could get curls for Instagram. Now, every time I look in the mirror and see the faint scar above my eyebrow, I don't feel pain. I feel clarity. That scar reminds me of the day I learned the truth and I decided I'd never let them hurt me again.